This is Nancy Owen's property. We're going to be doing a yard cleanup and then regular recurring weekly maintenance. So this is the backyard. There's no lawn here. So here we're going to be doing just regular weed control, regular pruning. There are a lot of shrubs and hedge type plants that we need to be pruning every month during the growing season. So that's going to be about 5 times a year. There's a little privet volunteer that we're going to take care of. For the cleanup, we're going to remove the weeds. We are going to remove this ivy, and then as regular maintenance, we're going to, if it starts coming up again, we're going to spray it, treat it as a weed. This little planter bed right here, all the way to the citrus tree, we're going to put in shredded cedar. That's going to be 1, 2, so 3 yards of shredded cedar right here. We're going to go through, blow out all the leaves, so trim this hedge up so it's nice and neat. We do need to kind of focus and use this fence line to try to level it out. It kind of dips down right here and goes back up, so over time we want to get it level. And then behind the hedge there's a drainage over there, so we want to, for the cleanup, we want to remove all the leaves and then maintain it as time goes by to make sure that stays clear over there. The vegetable garden area, we're not taking care of that, just around it, making sure the weeds don't come in. Looks like there's a camellia there, some shrubs that need to be pruned regularly. These gardenias here are really getting out of control, so when we're pruning it, we really need to make sure that we're constantly removing extra to keep it from getting any bigger, keep it from touching the house. We definitely want to prune back. There's a faucet out there, so we want to be careful when pruning that. Okay, let's see. So these podosporums, they do need to be reduced in size. So for the cleanup, we are also going to cut them back pretty drastically. It's going to put a lot of strain on them, but they're very hardy. They'll be okay. We just want to prune them back, keep them separate, and keep them from touching the fence. And then also for the cleanup, we are going to come in here and remove all of this lava rock and haul it away. There's landscape fabric underneath the lava rock. We'll pull it up so it's nice and neat. There is a leak in the irrigation, so this irrigation line that goes through the yard goes underneath. We're going to cut it off here and then put in a new line underneath that retaining wall and then run it all the way here to meet up with this line right here. And that's going to fix the leak, and we'll test it, pressure test it, make sure there's no above ground leaks. The cleanup is not going to include underground leaks. That's going to be separate if that comes up, but we will check above ground leaks, and we'll coordinate with the customer to turn the irrigation back on because it's not running right now. So all this lava rock here is got to get removed, trim this, and then going on to the front yard, the cleanup is going to include more pruning. They do have a new lawn here, so this hedge needs to be maintained. You could see how it's starting to grow in, so we're going to need to cut it back pretty drastically to force it away from the pathway and away from the lawn here. In the past, it's been pruned kind of at an angle. We want to really get it back. It's going to look pretty bad after a pruning, but once again, this is an Escallonia. They're very hardy, will come back. I'm not too worried about that. You can see the lawn here has a lot of weeds coming in. The 3 I identified is crabgrass, which pre-emergent weed control will take care of that. There is nut sage, which we're going to do post-emergent weed control for that. And then there's Bermuda right here, which also that's going to be post-emergent. That's going to be an add-on service for the Bermuda and the nut sage. But the crabgrass, it will pretty much all be gone next year. We're not going to worry about that. Looks like there is some watering issues, so we need to probably add more run cycles to soak the soil here well because it is on a incline. The grass here is a lot better, just regular pre-emergent. Looks like there's a bit of weeds coming in too, but not too many. These boxwoods are going to be maintained regularly, like a nice little hedge. Looks like they're pretty young. We're just going to trim them and always kind of put them away from the house because we don't want it touching the property. Walking around here, we have a shrub here, and that's it. All this area, keep the weeds out. Bit of an incline here, keep the weeds clear in here. And then also the leaves. So this tree is gonna be pretty messy in the winter time, so we're gonna need to regularly rake up the leaves, and the time that we normally would use for mowing in the wintertime, because we won't need to mow. We're going to focus on keeping these weeds from getting out of control. That's it.